Good morning from Auckland, New Zealand. Today is Boxing Day, and as you can see, we have our Christmas season in full glorious sun. I'm about to do something new. I'm going on a 4-day road trip, but I'm taking an EV. So I'm usually very confident with fossil fueled cars. I'm a bit nervous about understanding how the charge network works around this country to see whether it is actually straightforward to go on decent journeys. So come with me on the ride and let's see how we get on. And this is not a paid advert, it's a rental car and it looks good, it drives well, but let's see how it goes. So the first challenge with getting a full charge is actually having to wait for the guy that got there 3 seconds before I did, who is trying to charge his wife's car and has no idea what he's doing. So I'm going to go shopping for a little bit and then come back, and hopefully I'll be able to get in there relatively quickly. Okay, so I'm a bit impatient. The dude finally figured out how to make it work for him, but it's going to take 30 minutes. I don't have time, so I need to go and get something else sorted. Right, let's try again. The first initial problem of my road trip has been resolved. The car rental app, which normally has car charging buried within it, doesn't work. So I've had to download the ChargeNet app, set up an account, charge to a credit card, and then I will get a reimbursement. But it's not a great start. Anyway, now I'm plugged in, I'm charging, life is good. And now we wait. I suppose you could just go and look at the shops, but I've been to Pack and Save, and I've been to the Bunnings, which is a hardware store here. So back in the car, letting some breeze in, reading a bit of Jeremy. Can't be too bad, right? Right, had to stop off halfway in Hamilton to get a bit of a top up to get us to Taupo safely. The interesting thing is we went to the first charge place and there was like 4 cars queued up. This is not like a dinosaur fueled vehicle where you get a full tank in 3 minutes. You need to form a queue. So we've gone on to Tamahere, but further on, and it's just going to take a bit of time. But as you can see, you get the joy of being outside in the rain, whereas the dinosaur fueled experience is usually undercover. Anyway, good times. Leaving Taupo, had to do a quick charge before we hit the road further south. I think the key with travelling with an EV is that you need to change your driving habits and look to have a break every couple of hours. Well, you can probably get used to that. Made it to Palmerston North, getting a charge top up. It's a fun trip, and man, my head is absolutely spinning with nostalgia. I think I'll go and take a few videos of some of my childhood places. I haven't been here for a while, so it's really fun to check it out and see the changes. Over my shoulder you can see where the fits used to be. It's gone. Memories anyway. No visit to Palmerston North is going to go past me without stopping off at my childhood home. So this is where I grew up and lived until I was around 20. And it's interesting. It looks much the same, but it's certainly been left to die, which is a bit sad. Anyway, it's fun to be home. Growing up, Boys Brigade was a very important part of my life. I spent countless hours at this campsite in Foxton Beach. Many memories, a bit sad to see it in decline, and I see that it's been sold back to the regional council a few months back. Had to be in a queue to recharge at Wairau. The problem is the charge nets here are faulty, so you might get 5 minutes to 10 minutes of sitting charging and then it stops. So you have to do it again and again and again. So this is probably the bleakest experience, and as you can see, the weather is not conducive to charging. Anyway, lots to think about. made it home, end of 5 days, 4 nights away, quite a lot of driving. I'll put some stats up at the end. Summary was, can you do a road trip across New Zealand in a full EV? And the short answer is yes, you can. You do need to change your habits a little bit. I think you need to be a lot more comfortable with stopping off every 2 or 3 hours for a charge time, which could be 30 or 40 minutes, and maybe there's a queue. Generally speaking, all the charge areas, charge network is not undercover, so if the weather is bad, you get wet. If it's cold, you get cold. You get occasional areas where there are only 2 chargers and they're both faulting continually. So get your head around the fact that it's not going to be an easy ride, and you actually will do okay. But no, I think overall had a great experience, enjoyed the drive, the car was great, thanks BYD. No, it's not a paid advertise, I had to pay for it. But yeah, definitely worth doing, and I think the actual cost of running the cars were quite inexpensive relative to recycled dinosaurs that I normally use. So, yep, good experience. Nice to be home though. So, yeah, see you in the next video.